Hello, welcome to the fourth dimension. Maria here. Felt the need to get back out and get some videos up. I am so sorry. It has been a bit busy in my life. Nothing's wrong, all good stuff. Can't complain about blessings, you know. Tell me, I want to do a reading for Cap. One of my good friends is a Cap, and I feel it on my soul, on my heart to do a reading. Tell me about what's happening in the world for Cap. I have what's the tea in Heart's Hidden Secrets. First one out. It's Karma in reverse. That's wonderful. Second is Conflicted, also in the reverse. That's great. I have Bluff, very similar to wearing a mask, and Distance. Abandoned. I'm actually going to pull 5 more. I'm being kind of led to. There we go. Distracted. Resistance. 10 more. Intimacy. I got that one. Ooh, that one came and flipped out and went back in. Bitterness, hidden bitterness, and conflict, also hiding. Okay, bottom of the deck is clarity. So Cap, you guys might be dealing with somebody coming out of a conflict. I feel like you might be walking away from a relationship. True story, it's the vibe I'm getting. So there has been, in my opinion, kind of like it's not a misunderstanding, it's more like a lack of requitedness, I guess. Lack of attention, lack of ability to remain awake and alert in this relationship. And the vibe I'm getting is that they're just missing. The energies are not quite even at the same level. So the first one I have is Karma, and it's in the reverse, and it means consequences, cause and effect. And so somebody's coming out of that, I feel, out of that karma, and somebody's feeling distracted. So the 2 cards that I get is like change, delays. So maybe there is a delay in somebody reconnecting. And forgive me, I had the Amazon guy delivering late, so they might ring the doorbell. But the change that I'm feeling with this karma is it got played out. I mean, I'm seeing a bunch of different vibes going on with the karma being reversed. Maybe it's karmic ties, but the distracted is there is a delay. So if you're a Cap and you're finding a delay in the relationship you're in, I kind of feel like maybe this is protection. The other thing I get too with the karma in the reverse is that if you walked away from a certain person, you might be going through a glow up, right? And that's kind of what I feel, more so than the first. The 4, I think, are the reasons why you walked away, is you had somebody resistance to change and intimacy. I feel like they wore a mask, you never could get through. I call it emotionally abandonment or disconnected or unavailable. The person that you were dealing with but just wasn't vibing at your level, then I feel like you've elevated. What maybe was built on partying or kind of like a sense of spark, you know, that energy that you get right when you first start, is gone. Now it's hot and cold, yeah, multiple choices, and you know, like decisions need to be made, and it was resistance to this. Nobody wanted to make that change, and they got stuck. They might have been dealing with, like, I see dating apps, and I see like the distractions card. So there are reasons why your relationship didn't get off the ground that you may never know about, Cap. I have secret admirers, so I feel like your person may have gotten some attention that you didn't know about, and that distracted them from really being intimate with you or love, you know, connecting at a more intimate level. And they wore a mask. That's the Bluff card. As this person sincerely wore a mask, I feel like exaggerating kind of lends me to believe that they were saying everything's fine, everything's great, nothing's wrong. And And they were probably, it says exaggeration, but I feel like they were bold-faced lying about why they couldn't get it off the ground. So the vibe I get off that exaggeration is they're exaggerating how they really feel or their connection with you, or the minimization of other people's affection and attention towards them. You know, it's just lessening the pain. But the reality is you're lacking intimacy, and that you were trying to not provoke, but at least engage and get this person to engage back, and they weren't engaged. They just weren't. They were feeling emotionally at a distance. I also feel there's one or handful of Capricorns that are living at a distance of the person that you're trying to connect with, a physical distance. For those that are at an emotional distance, that's the vibe I get, is that one person is ready to connect and the other one is unavailable. They're on another island miles away. There's a separation. You might both say verbally that you want this relationship to kick off, but the space between you two are also energetically different. So one of you is really ready and the other one is holding back, and they're making excuses of why they can't get together with you or meet you halfway, or, you know, dodging accountability, is because I don't think they're ready for that. I just don't think so. They want you to stay there. I think they want you to remain in the energy of interested and giving 100%, but I don't feel like this person, they just want to put you on the shelf while they explore their options. Not all of you, so save the hate mail. I'm just working here. But I think this person is bitter, probably at me for just saying that out loud. But this is also the bitterness and the resentment and the anger and hurtful words is probably part of the distance in that emotion. I just had the Emperor come out. So the Emperor might have said some things, Cap, or you said some to the Emperor that created this distance, and they're feeling butthurt. That's my language for butthurt: bitterness, resentful, just butthurt. They got their ego scratched and they're pouty and possibly petty. And they're pretending everything's fine, and they're not. It's not fine, and they're now sitting in a space of resentment and gonna get you. It's not really a payback. It's just, I'm not gonna connect with you at the same level I did. This person, the trigger that you did, the thing that you created by calling them out, and I think it was attention or a third party energy or side hustle, I don't know, somebody else. By you confronting this person and then pulling back your energy, I think you triggered some major childhood stuff of abandonment and conflict. And the conflict is, do I want to engage at any level that's going to trigger me, right? That's the vibe, is I don't want to engage at anything that could make me feel vulnerable. And I'm not willing to feel vulnerable. You just pulled the moon. So I have the Emperor and the moon. I think you walked away from this relationship without giving it a second thought. And I have the Page of Swords, meaning they want to come in and have a conversation. Not necessarily, I feel a little bit of defensive, the Seven of Wands. I want to defend myself with their reasoning. But I think the bigger picture is, what is their lack or their inability to be, their resistance to being intimate. And several of it is years and years. If this is a husband-wife scenario, because there's a handful of you that I'm pulling that vibe, is it's just kind of ground down to just tasks. You know, you might not be feeling emotionally connected with this person, your spouse, and you're feeling distant and bitter and feeling abandoned in the marriage. And quite frankly, your mask is about ready to fly off here. I feel like your person and you have remained distracted with busyness to avoid hard conversations. I don't believe this is karma. I do believe this is requiring, like, spirit's kind of telling me you probably should spend a minute with your Emperor to discover what's going on. Because I think your Emperor or your Empress, male, female, it doesn't matter, the person who's feeling in charge is not. They're feeling a little bit out of control right now. That might mean more drinking or drugging or third parties or just poor behavior, but they're spiraling. This person is spiraling, and they're not feeling good. So Cap, check on your person. If this is an ex, I don't think you need to check on them. I think they're going to walk through a transformation pretty shortly. If this is an ex, they may come back during retrograde. That's tomorrow. Lucky us. So they might want to have a conversation, and I kind of feel like the Knight of Swords are coming in, so they're going to rush in and have this conversation. Look at that. They're sitting in a hermit mode. That's that spiritual awakening we just talked about. I have a Page of Pentacles looking, and this isn't really offering you a relationship yet. I think this is a conversation about expectations. That's the conflicted, is I think you're asking too much of me. They would love to heal this. I don't think they want a relationship, though, in the sense that you do. I feel like they want to repair the friendship, the relationship in general of, I just want to repair the negative feelings I have. I also have the Six of Swords also saying, you're willing to repair, take any kind of animosity and the bitterness and resolve it. That's openness to wherever you're going. However, we got a third party, in my opinion, with this Empress. It could be a wife, it could be a girlfriend, it's an Empress, could be, a mother of a child, right? And the Devil, meaning somebody's tied to another person or another situation. Or they could be tied to you with codependency. I'm not sure. But the issue, and I can find out because I'm nosy and I'm like that, because I'm going to probably pull a few more cards. But whoever this is, Cap, you're dealing with somebody who's needing to go and sit in the hermit mode to discern what does a pentacle look like. I think you have very different ideals of what a pentacle looks like. Your idea of a pentacle is equal give and take, balanced relationships, right? This person's idea of a pentacle is a little bit above a situationship, in my opinion. It's an uncommunicated or without real tags on it. It's an understated, like we all know. I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. We don't know. You need to state it. That's what I get. It's like, no, I can't read your damn mind. I don't know what the hell's going on. So, Cap, you might be dealing with that. I have Queen of Cups. I have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Here we go. The Tower. Yep. And the Hierophant. Dun, dun, dun. Just what I said. Exactly. So this person that you're dealing with, I feel, had an energy of possibly dating and enjoying partying. And in the reverse, it's overindulgent. This is partying excessively. Overindulging. Out of control. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is caring about this person, i.e. you, and this, I believe it's you. And you can also feel you're going to have a Tower coming in about this relationship and that it's not morally just. It doesn't align with what you are wanting. It's not. And you want more. This energy says you want more. I'm not judging. I don't care. But if you're in it for a larger relationship, the person that you walked away from, good choice. They are not elevated, and I think the Hermit is going to push them along with the Seven. Like, this is what I'm reading. This is the vibe. These three here are like walking away and having some secrets revealed, but I don't think it's really to you. I think it's the Emperor or whatever masculine energy is in this relationship. It could be a feminine who's acting in their masculine. The awakening is occurring because of the loss. So the secrets are coming out. It's like, I really wanted to have a relationship. I just didn't know I wanted one. I've been so accustomed to situationships. I've been so accustomed to hit it and quit it. I've been so accustomed to not putting a title on it, not really defining relationships. This person's kind of having an awakening right now. And again, we are in the retrograde for another couple weeks, or at least 3 or 4 days after the full moon on the 4th. New moon, full moon. Yeah, this is why. It's a divine counter relationship with the Lovers, but the Lovers doesn't necessarily mean I'm waiting for the world and I'm waiting for the wheel. I gotta be honest. There's the Fool. Maybe it already occurred, because that's what I'm saying is that the Lovers are out here, but I don't have a new beginning. Well, there it is. This person's sitting currently in the loss and the misery. And again, I don't get the sense that it's just about you. This is an awakening to every single relationship he's had or she's had that is sabotaged by this person's fear of commitment, fear of engagement, fear of being abandoned, fear of loss. And this is, created unhealthy patterns in this person's life about image of a relationship. This is somebody who wears a mask on every single date and almost expects this relationship to fail before it even starts. So they sabotage it themselves. So I think they're going to come in and have a conversation. I think it's going to shock the hell out of you, because they're actually going to talk to you about what they did wrong, which is a first, I think, for you. They don't really, it's not like they're just reluctant and resistant to change. Because again, expectations. They had an expectation that they didn't share with you about how this should go, as you did. I think you were a lot more verbal than this person. But it's making them look at what they want. That Three of Cups is misery and loss, and it's healing. And this is the vibe I'm getting off of somebody who's trying to cover up this feeling of lack and less, and I'm not good at as And they know that this is a divinely orchestrated relationship. And whoever I'm talking to, and if you're still here, you might have moved forward, because this is your energy. You're not putting up with no mask. You're not entertaining that, and you are demanding intimacy, because that's what you bring to the table. And they didn't match that, and you walked away, and you're like, wear your mask, don't wear your mask, I don't care, I'm out. And you created a distance, whether it's physical or if it's an emotional, but this in and out, hot and cold, back and forth, what are we doing, ain't flying for you anymore. So you let it go, which caused, again, sitting in meditation. So your person might be new to meditation, Kat. You are definitely learning it as well. If you haven't if this is new for you, I kind of get this might be a new process, meditation and prayer. And all prayer is really like looking back at your side of the street and saying, okay, was I as honest and clear as I needed to be from the jump? Did we move too fast? Did we create mortar without sand when we tried to build this foundation? So this person is, even they're I see a very adult body, is a little kid, and there's some scars that they're a little hesitant to show everybody, especially the Empress. That's the feeling I have, that they have some issues. I feel like they want to give more. They don't know how. I feel like they don't know how to give you what you need. I'm just going to keep repeating myself, I'm sorry. But I feel like this person knows what they want, doesn't know how to get it, and I feel like this person may have been married once or twice, long-standing relationships, both failed in their eyes. I am a failure. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to stay out. I'm just going to hit it and quit it. That's easier than actually, if I happen to have a longer relationship, that's fantastic, but it's never going to get past this line. And this is somebody who's now willing to step over it. And this is also in my opinion, this is a lot of energy coming off of I want to say a dark night of the soul, because I have the balanced scale out right there. This person has during the awakening, and this doesn't have to be pentacles, this is more like love, right? So when you love somebody unconditionally who's never been loved like that before, and now they have an abundance of love because they are feeling that way. They unconditionally learn to love themselves, so much so they have more to give. And this person is finding some restoration and balance, I think, from your relationship with this person. I don't know if that's a future or the past look back. I'm not sure. I feel like that's how they felt. They kept passing by the real one. And it's the loss and all the sadness. And the card isn't about the card. Let's be clear here. The card isn't this can be, let's rephrase. This can be, Cap, somebody who says, oh, I bypassed this cup and I rejected it because I didn't want it. It also can be a lifestyle. It's the rejection of the lifestyle. So they may not have ever wanted the commitment or stability. They would rather be a player or somebody without any responsibility in going forward. And that is what I think is changing, because I feel like they were stuck in a prison of 4. It's a lack mentality, right? And so they didn't see the benefit of becoming committed to one person when I could be out there in the world for everybody, you know? That's what's happening. I think they're coming to an end of an era of lack. I don't know if they're going through a dark night. I don't know if they're watching this video and that triggers it. I don't know if a friend talks to them and snaps them out of it. But there is a definite turn of the wheel where they have a better understanding of, you weren't asking them to give more of them, you were asking them to receive what you were giving them. And that's a different perspective, because they were reluctant and distant and they weren't ready for what you were ready to give them. And they just sabotaged this. They're now here sitting in the King of Swords, defensive and quite honestly trying to look, because it's truth. You know, it's analysis paralysis is what it is. And then to support that card, just because Spirit didn't think I was going to get there with analysis paralysis, he threw, I got a 9 of Swords saying I'm stuck. I got analysis paralysis. It's like, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? So that's a pretty heavy levy. And it's the Queen of Wands right there. And he's going to be like, Maria, I have cheated on this person. I have lied to this person. I've withheld love from this person. I have been on dating apps. I've been out on dates. I've done some stuff. Did the deed. I did all the thing and the effery. I can't even talk. And I feel like this person is afraid to come talk to you, but I think they will. I do think they're not going to share with you all the secrets that they have out there, but they're going to be honest about their feelings and what they want, which is justice. And look at that. I have the Knight of Cups coming in. So I also have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So you have brand new beginnings. You may say no to this person. I'm just keeping it real. You might say goodbye. Or you might have already met somebody. You might already be in another relationship. I don't know how old this energy is. It doesn't tell me. I don't feel it. It's not that old. I would say your person and you might even be married, okay? Or you might be in a relationship with this person and you've fought about commitment, right? And that's kind of the vibe. But if you broke up with this person, I think you moved on pretty easily and pretty quickly, because it just felt like you knew it was unrequited when you left this person. So I feel like they're going to come back. There is a Page of Cups, which is conversation. How you doing? What's going on? And they're making a decision to if they want to come and talk to you right now. I do feel like they will, and they're afraid of you fighting, and you have every right to. And you have a brand new Ace of Pentacles if you wish it, but you could already be in a relationship. I feel like right now they're juggling back and forth, in and out, hot and cold. That's what they're struggling with. That's what the Five of Wands, or the Five of Swords. They're fighting with themselves, possibly fear of fighting with you, and they might come in. I feel like this is going to be starting off with a text, and I do feel like they're going to call you. They're just going to call you. This is the vibe. Is they got to get rid of right here the drop the sword or drop the wands, the burdens of the idea of a relationship as prison. And the Knight of Pentacles tells me it's a long-standing philosophy. This is like a culture issue with this person. This is not like an epiphany of I never want to commit. This is a long-standing it's the vibe. It's the person's belief system, that they are going to be very happy single and alone. So they're going to drop that and they're going to try to change it. They just don't know how. So there's a lot of tens here, which is completion, which is yay. They did the job and learned the lesson. That's good, but they're in a lot of pain. They are reflecting on you. I don't think that they're going to come and offer you a cup yet. I'm not thinking they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna want to talk to you, and they do want to heal. And I do feel like they want to give you credit for waking them up. This was wish fulfillment for them, and I think they're afraid that you're not going to accept them, right? I don't think they're willing to step out. And you might be dealing, I feel like I just did a similar sign reading like this, but it's very similar. They're very happy and they see you very happy, and this is their wish fulfillment, but they see you, you're the Nine of Cups, or yeah, by yourself. So they're going to come up with a strategy and come out and have a conversation. And quite honestly, I feel if you are struggling with the past person, yeah, it's going to go slow, as it should. This foundation was cracked. I have the Two of Cups along with the Four of Wands, and I have the Knight of Wands. So this person may come in and be very passionate, but just know they're being sincere when they want to slow their roll a little bit. They don't want to jump in. No, I don't want those. I'm looking for a certain one. This one. Okay. So, Cap, what would your person say if they could? I hide behind material things. So that's part of the vibe. And I also think they hide behind, I hear events. So they might be heavy duty into events, like they keep themselves busy, rather than talk about real things. You guys could go do events where you're never really alone, where you can be intimate. That's the vibe. I wish I could share my good news with you. So they might have gotten a promotion at work. I kind of feel it's work related. They might have gotten, I feel like it's work related. I want to feel that way again. This is the security that they felt with you, that unconditional love, and I feel like they had a lot of safety. The vibe I get is safety. You gave them sanity. You felt that when they went into the hermit mode, I feel like this, Cap, your person is like, it's not mad or sad. It's more like awakening of the comfort that they had with you. Like, that's the happiness. That's almost the tears as well. I've never found that level of comfort or security anywhere. I think that's part of it's like the reading I did last week, it seems. The security that they were trying to find, there was stuff and things and entertainment and time and it was out here, but what when they slowed down and they really thought about it, it was really with you. And that's the epiphany that I'm feeling. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't feel like they're going to come back with it. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to come back and offer you a relationship. I feel like this is, it's almost like an awakening to, oh my gosh, this has been how I thought my whole life. This is how my dad thought. This is how my grandfather thought. This is a pattern of living. And they're going to ask, I think they're going to say, just be patient. Yeah, we need to let each other go. That's the other vibe, is the energy is pretty strong between the both of you. I feel more on their end, keeping it real. I do feel like you let this go. I feel like you have been in the process of letting this go. And this person, albeit too late for you two, I feel like, or maybe not, maybe y'all want him back or her back, but I feel like you've released this person. And they're struggling. And I remember every detail of that day. And I feel like that one of these days that they can remember the detail of is when you gave them hell and you backed away from this relationship, because that's been on repeat, because that's what started the awakening, for them to find out that they're unhappy with anything or anybody, and they sabotage every relationship they're in. That's the message I'm getting, essentially. You were the best thing in my life. I just said that. I love it when I say it. And then Spirit shows up and backs me up. Thank you, Spirit. But that's kind of the vibe I get for you right now, Cap, is I feel like you're going to have probably a call. I feel like you're going to get a call, possibly a late night text. And Cap, if I wouldn't know better, I feel like there's time. This is an in and out, like it's been an in and out, hot, cold for a while. And the other vibe I get is several of your people, Cap, are kind of drinkers. So you have to call early enough to not hit that late night note, if you know what I mean. Because you want them to be clear, or her to be clear in this communication. And that's another thing you recognize, is maybe the relationship isn't built on a solid foundation in that way. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you and our relationship. This person scrolls through their phone, and I feel tries to find the things you've liked on Insta or TikTok or on your Facebooky, or they're trying to see who you're with. They're looking to see who you're hooked up with. They don't trust that you're single. I wish things could be different. This is maybe you. I kind of get a handful of you saying, you know what, too little, too late. I wish this could be different. I moved on. I'm in another relationship. I don't know how old this energy is. Several of you last week, most of you a while ago, several of you years, and they're finally pulling their head out. I don't know what to tell you. Now it's too late, for you several. It's guilt and remorse. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I'm ending it on that note, because that's the whole story. That's the entire read, is you woke this person up to one of their lessons where you were meant to shake this person, and that's what you did. Well done, Cap. You get to move forward. That's kind of why I see the Fool. Like, 'cause remember I said, I don't see the world. I don't see the wheel, because you close this out way back there. You close this thing out, and this is your Fool. You're going into a new chapter with a new love, with 2 new aces. I think that's my spin on the read. I think a handful of you may take this person back, but it will not be requited yet, because the person has yet to heal. So be patient with yourself and this person. There's a lot of, thank you for that. There's just a lot of bad feelings, and not towards each other. I just think in general, and this person has some healing to do. And I also feel like there's other parties that they got to close out. There's other things they got to close out. And it's karmic. That is karmic. So they got to clear out the karma. They got to clear out the karma. You don't have any. That's why I'm reading for you. So you got none. They have some. So just be patient with them, because I think there's some karma that they got to deal with, and you don't want to tie to that anyway. So let them be. So this is your reading, Cap. I super appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your patience. Get them out. I'm like traveling. I'm doing all sorts of nutty stuff. Anyway, if you like this vibe, please hit subscribe so you'll be notified when I actually do upload some material. And I'll try to get the zodiac signs out this week. But I am traveling again. So please be patient with me. Love and light to each and every one of you. Take care.